Alright, what is going on, everybody? It looks like that I'm going to be starting you guys off once again in darkness. And no, I have not fixed my gamma issue in OBS, so it is going to be pitch black. Now, the good thing is I am literally just running from my very short stream last night to the Fogfall trader. And another saving grace is I do believe that we are approaching daytime. I think we are right on the verge of sunrise. So rather than go and fiddle around with my OBS settings and try to get that all figured out, whenever I've got about, let's see, 2 hours to stream. I just released a Mario video, so I did a little bit of that before I got on here, and also took care of some stuff outside. I watered a lot of the wife's flowers and fed the chickens and the dogs and did some stuff like that before I got on here. I decided that I would just go ahead and jump on and try to get a stream. Now, before she gets home from work, and we have our date night, our first day, my first day off, and my relaxed chill day, and we are going to go on a date. So let's see here. Now tomorrow, I doubt I'll get any streaming in because I've got a lot to try to do. Tomorrow and Sunday are going to be days off during the weekend, where I'm off during the days, and I'll have a lot to do around the house. So I doubt I'll get any streaming in tomorrow. I might get a Mario video on those days, but alright, now something you can barely see here is the path from oh shoot, I do have a headlamp. So the path from the Fogfall Amusements, which was back that way, to the Fogfall Trader, if you go in a straight line, will take you through Fogfall Industrial. Now, there's some pretty interesting things that would be a good place to explore. If I had rounds for my SMG here, or actually that's a SG5, if I had rounds for this firearm and I had space in my inventory, that would be a pretty awesome thing to explore. Would be the Fogfall Industrial there, and show you guys that. However, I do not have any of that stuff. I'm on my way to the trader to try to get some money in my ever or never ending quest to do something about my vehicle. Now, my vehicle crashed and clipped into the screen and became stuck, and there was nothing that I could really do to fix it. I've tried to write it in every other way. Now I've got some kind of something popping up on my screen telling me I need to do something here. Sorry about that, guys. It was giving me some kind of notice on my stream. Alright, I'm not sure what that was all about. It was telling me that it was giving me some kind of flag on my screen over here about my YouTube stream. So I did not want to interrupt that for you guys. And it looks like I can see everything. I can see myself. I can see the screen. I can hear everything, and it looks like I've got volume for you guys out there. So I think everything is going correctly, which is not how it was going for me yesterday when I did my little short, like, half-hour stream, which was meant to be at least an hour, but I kept running into technical difficulties and whatnot. So we are on our way to the Fogfall Trader and Fogfall Trader, and nighttime should be over very soon, but I do have a headlamp, so not in complete and utter darkness out here. It is one of those red light headlamps, which is what it seems like the Fogfall Trader gives you whenever you buy a headlamp from him, and the ones you find in town on villages and whatnot are white light. These are the red light, like the military readers. So I got Mario 2 music stuck in my head, guys, because I just did a Mario short and released it. I hadn't put out a short in a while. Yep, nightfall looks like it is almost over, guys. So I do believe the moon is now. Yeah, where is the moon? Oh no, I am not as close to morning time as I thought I was going to be. But with a headlamp, you're not completely in the dark. Oop, my guy's starving. I'm approaching the trader, so I'm not too worried about it. I think the way that I'm going to treat my vehicle just being stuck like that, I mean, stuck into the ground, is I'm just going to, you know, it'd be like in the real world, real life, you know, I drove it off road trying to get to something, or even I crashed it or something and it is hopelessly stuck or broken or something like that. And then, I mean, that would happen, you know, things can happen. So I know I've had my share of real vehicles stuck before. So my wife and I used to enjoy, as a family, me, my wife and my kids, my grown kids now, we used to enjoy some off-roading and some four-wheeling. And I'm actually in the process of selling that Jeep that, you know, lightly modified. I mean, I had a little bit of a lift on it, and I'd cut and rolled the fenders and, you know, put a winch on it so I could get myself unstuck and stuff like that. But put a winch bumper on both ends so I could, you know, pull it from either direction, that kind of thing. Just little light modifications. And we used to go wheel and four-wheeling camp. And I just, you know, just haven't done that in so long that I'm decided to get out of that hobby. And we're actually going to get into classic cars and cruising. And we just picked up a 1958 Ford that we're going to cruise around. So let's see here. I have made it to the trader. And I can trade with him. Let's see what sellable items I've got here. 300 Blackout. 44 Magnum, the Ruger. Okay, so I can sell these for 100. What? No, that is not what I wanted to do. Daggone it. Now I just screwed myself out of 100 bullets. Or 100. So I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to 9mm rounds. Oh, I've got 100 9mm rounds. I could absolutely, you know what? I'm going to reload my magazines for this guy. It's not worth that. So let's just trade. Let's see what kind of ammo boxes. 300 Blackout. They're 44 piece. That would almost give me 100 rifles. Savannah I can get 600 for. tech weapons. The SOCOM I get 2,000, almost 2,500 for, which is awesome. So let's get rid of the AKM and I2. Yeah. Now this is what I'm carrying. This is my subbed 9mm, so I'm going to keep that. But this one give me 1,000. So that little run got me 6,000. And let's see. I will buy bullet here. By 4 by 39. I'm just going to buy one. So now I've got 100 on me, and I can trade him. I can sell this right here. 100. So that should give me 100 back again. And alright, so I did that. I've traded with the weapons vendor. Let's trade with I got 6 of these on me, and that they're worth over 100 apiece. So see, that was a good little haul there. These muzzles, optics. I want to keep this ACOG, unless, let's see, how much is the ACOG? The better ACOG. Optics. The ACOG 64. That's actually the one. So I can sell this one because the 6 by 64. Oh, hey, what's up, Dwarf? What's up, buddy? I actually get a little more time to stream today. I did the stuff I needed to do this morning outside. Today's going to be a relaxed day for me. I'm not even in working clothes. I'm in my flat cap and khakis, and my wife and I are we're gonna when she gets home from work today, she works during the day, early today. When she gets home today, we're going to do some running around and stuff like that. I just did a little bit of light stuff outside and figured I would release a Mario video, which I did a short for Mario 2, and jump on and do some streaming of DayZ. Today is my first day off. I just want to kind of chill and get some logistical stuff done. You know, nothing, I'm not going to get into any yard work or animals or fixing anything or whatever. So today is just going to be a chill day, and I'm going to hang out with y'all this morning and do some streaming. Alright, let's see here. I was checking out this ACOG because this is the one I really want. This is the one that I have on me, and I can get 100 for it. So this isn't the one I really want to keep, so I'm going to sell this. And that little run has netted me. Let's see, what else can I sell? Not purchasable, sellable, muzzles, magazines, handguards. Nope. So that little run netted me some coin here, and I'm going to reload up. I need to buy some food. This 300 blackout, I got 2 boxes of it. So I think you told me that you killed one of the Yetis, and it took over 100 rounds of... you're at work. Yeah. I think you told me, Dorf, it took over 100 rounds of blackout to take the Yeti down. While I was playing on my Steam Deck and not recording and not hanging out with anybody and not just playing for myself, I came across the Yeti. I put over 100 rounds of 7.62 by 5.4 out of a VSD into that thing. Didn't kill it. Then I put another 90 plus, it had to have been close to 100 rounds out of an AR. And I was on my way back. I was doing a run between my broke down car and the trader. So I had my VSD and a full loadout of 100 rounds, 10 round magazines, and I had a full, like, where I just put a couple of ARs in here and a bunch of extended magazines that I was going to sell. And I said, well, you know what? I've got to have enough to take this Yeti down. I gave that thing, put everything I had into that Yeti. It still didn't put it down. So I'm going to save Blackout. And I think if I go on a Yeti hunt, I'm going to buy a Blackout firearm and carry a ton of rounds and see if I can't put a Yeti down, because you told me that you were successfully able to do it, and you can sell their heads for a Yeti head's like 8K is what it says at the trader they're worth. So I'm gonna hang on to my Blackout here. Oh, they have different HP on different servers. Okay, well, I'm gonna give it a shot. So I'm going to give the Yeti a shot. What is that? 204 Ruger. I've got 100 rounds, so I need to load out a couple magazines here. My magazines and my thing here. So, I don't want to arrange. I need to get the space suit into my vehicle. Even though my vehicle's stuck, I'm still using it as a launch for now, because I've just decided that until I just go ahead and submit this ticket and see what happens, I'm just going to go ahead and get another vehicle. I'm just going to go ahead and get another one. So, so this needs to go on my back. All right. All right. Let's see if I can't. I'm just going to go ahead and grab some food so my guy don't starve to death. And I think I filled up my canteen. Let me see if I filled up my canteen. Yep, it's full of water. So, and look what, guess what? It's daylight outside, guys. So that little stint just getting started and running up here took up the time it needed for me to get to daylight. So what I'm going to do is, I don't think I've got enough to buy the base level, the ATA 4x4. I don't have a good enough gun to go around the corner here and shoot up some AI. So in the spirit of exploration here, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to, oh, you know, I was using, let me see here. I'm going to go to the 300 AC is good versus AI thing. 300 AC. Okay, cool. I'll give that a shot, because there's been runs where that has absolutely just been my goal, is to get into encounters with AI. I'm not really in the AI encounter mode right now. If it happens, it happens. But I don't have, well, first of all, I don't have the weaponry for it right now. But these, I've really been focusing on trying to get something done with this whole vehicle situation. And another thing that I think I'm going to do is I'm going to mark on the map everywhere I know that I've ran into AI, so I can kind of keep track of it and give you guys a visual. Because I can tell you right now, the Fogfall trading post, when you go around the corner, I can mark a spot there at the bottom of the bridge at this road. I think that's why I have that little marker there. Oh dude, I've already given myself a cold. There's all kinds of places that I can start marking when I encounter an AI. I can put a 3D marker on the map and I can start documenting where these encounters are. let's see. I'm gonna go to the. I'm gonna go over here to the compound here, and I do believe I did a little bit of staging out of this crashed vehicle that's just here. It had to have been somebody's at one point in time. My stuff is doing a little bit of a stutter step here because of all the stuff that's spawning in. Because this compound has got to be full of stuff, and I have no idea how to access it. Like, what is in there? How do you get through the door? Did I miss it? Did I overshoot it? Oh, I did. It's to my... I couldn't see the forest for the trees. The compound's right there beside me. Oh. Alright. I did a little bit of staging out of this crashed vehicle here. The fact that it stays here, it's not an AI spawn. I have run into AI spawn vehicles, and I just highly doubt this is it. It's missing every one of the wheels. Let's see, does it have... It's got a battery. It does not have a radiator. It's got a spark plug in it. Missing all the wheels. Now, what I'm going to ask you guys out there in chat land is, let's see if there's anything in this case. No. I'm going to ask you guys in chat land, if I put a radiator in it, can I buy a generic car key, get some wheels, and could I salvage this vehicle? As like I said, ooh, I can get money for that. Why have I not done that yet? I can get money for that. There's stuff here that I can get money for. Could this vehicle be salvaged if I put a radiator in it and got a key? Could I marry a key to this vehicle, a blank key? Would that be possible? There's stuff I can get money for here. So yes, buy the wheels, buy the radiator, get a generic vehicle key, and I can salvage this vehicle. Oh, Snipes, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you out there, man. I checked out some of your stuff. I checked out your YouTube channel. I subscribed. Checked out some of your videos. So I'm definitely interested in, I don't know how you do that little, how you guys do that little fly in whenever you're editing your DayZ videos. It's like, I've seen it on like the big names like Cam Can Run and Pavlo, or whatever how you say, the Zesty Pablo. I've seen some of these guys, they do the zoom in on their editing, and it's like you're starting out and you can see like the buildings and stuff like that. How you do that is pretty cool, and I've never even attempted to do something like that. So let's see here, but I saw it on some of your videos where you did like some really cool editing and everything. But what Dorf is telling me that it looks like a world spawn. Well, I've had encounters so far with world spawn. Like I've had those vans and those little jeeps and things like that spawn in, and then they go away. So, but this thing has been sitting here the whole time I've been playing on this server. This car has been sitting here, and that's the only reason I assumed that it was that it wasn't a world spawn. So DayZ editor, nice. Okay, I'll have to look at something. I'll have to look into, man. I think I got killed with my shovel. Can I put that shovel on my back, or does it take up space? It takes up space. I don't really want it. A ghillie suit. Battery's always good to have. I'm just kind of going to get some stuff out of this Jeep here, or this truck. So, I might see if I can salvage this guy. And this would be really good. I think the way I would understand this is that if you get ambushed, if you are, riding along and you run up on an AI spawn that you didn't know was there and they started blasting away, you're not as invulnerable. You should be able to survive, take some more rounds with this guy. I would think you would be able to take some more rounds with this guy than you could take with like any of the other vehicles in the game. Wait, what? Don't tell me the server's restarting. Yep. Okay, server's restarting. Hopefully don't run into some hiccups, guys. So we'll just chill, hang out for a minute. I had set my screen to just do a screen capture. I was doing on my OBS, I was doing the game capture on one of these other scenes here, and it quit. It was like, which scene was it? One of these scenes was supposed to be where I had it set to capture what game I'm playing. The window that it was supposed to capture was, game, and that just kept glitching out on me, and sometimes it would show the game and sometimes it would show my video capture, my little webcam. And I decided before I started the stream today that I would go ahead and just set it up to the best way that I could get it to everything to work like I wanted to. So now it's just doing a display capture. I'm a little weary of display capture because sometimes if I'm trying to do other things and I got multiple things going and I'm clicking out of windows or whatever, I just don't want to, like, show you guys stuff that you, for one, don't want to see, and then two, if I got anything pulled up that, like, just some kind of sensitive information or whatever. So decided that this would be the best way, is just let it do the full screen capture. Whatever I'm looking at is whatever you guys will see. And I have had some success this go around with this. So let's see here. Not as many hiccups as yesterday. Yesterday it just seemed like I couldn't get the thing going. Let's see if that's enough time. I doubt it. I think I'm being impatient. All right. Yep. I did put my Mario video out today, so I did that before I started. I did a short. I haven't done shorts in a while. Or I don't rely on shorts for my channel. In fact, I mean, I enjoy shorts for what they are, but it's not really what I enjoy making. I don't enjoy making shorts. I put them out. They've got purpose and they're a tool. And like, I'm not saying that I hate doing shorts. I don't, but it's just not, I prefer long content. But shorts, they serve their purpose. They get a little blip out there. People like them. And it is just that little fast food video. It's gotten so popular over the years. Gotten so popular over the years when TikTok blew up, and Vine, I think it was Vine before it was TikTok. So Vine, I remember buddies of mine that, well, I got this doom scrolling on Vine. Oh, let's see here. It looks like it's trying. Let's see what we get. Something I've noticed about YouTube too is they really push content hard whenever you do a short. The impressions that it blasts out there on scale to your long form videos, they are really trying to compete and grab that market of those short form videos. So you put out a short and YouTube will blast it out there to people, and you do a long form content, it just doesn't seem like the rhythms, the algorithms, AI, however they set that, doesn't really match. Like you're getting way more views and way more exposure with your short form content than you get with your long form content. More impressions. So like I said, it fills its purpose. And today when I was playing Mario, it was like a one take level. It was probably the easiest level I've ever played on that game. And it was just, didn't take very much to do. So I decided it was under 3 minutes to even just beat the whole level. So why not put it out as a short, All right, let's see here. Back to the game, and it's taking a while for everything to load in here. So I might attempt to go ahead and salvage this guy. And Dorf is telling me or advising me to buy a key first. So while I'm running here, I'm going to jam some mags. Streets of Rage, yes, classic, bro, classic. I haven't even made it to my Super Nintendo and all that list and everything that I want. If I'm thinking of the same game you're thinking, beat 'em up, side scroller, classic, Genesis and Super Nintendo era. If I'm thinking the same game. Yeah, and it's such a hack, man. I mean, it's such a human hack. And I'm not saying, once again, I hate shorts. I'm not saying that. I use them. I put them out. There's some things that I do that absolutely matches what the content that I'm trying to put out for my channel. There's some, it's a tool. It's got its purposes for me. Some people love it, and that's all their content is shorts. Some people that love watching shorts and can't stand taking the time to dig into some long form content. But that quick hit of dopamine and the doom scrolling that they biohack you into just getting lost in the sauce, that's got to be like, I mean, it's one of those things, man. It's a phenomena, and I'm really interested in. I know that generations before us, old timers and people come along, and even what I'm doing now, playing a video game, it was beyond their idea of anything that was worth any of your time or worth your while. But I'm interested to see moving forward in the future what the attitudes will be 50 years from now to short form content. People are like, is it safe? Does it take kids' brains? And they were telling us in the 80s that playing video games was frying your brain. So maybe that's what's wrong with me. I don't know. So we'll see how short form content really affects moving forward our future generations. Is it all hype that it's bad for you, or is it true? Is it going to make people literally turn off their attention? Your attention span is the off switch. Click. So let's see. Let me catch up with some chat here. Yeah. Yeah, I was reading what Snipes was talking about with the shorts, and just a little further up, grew up with Sega and played a lot with my dad. Yeah, Yeah, so um, I'm an 80s kid. I was born in 1980, and so I'm 46 years old. And my dad bought me an Atari, which is sitting over here on my little shelf of nostalgia here. So I've got the Atari sitting down over there, and I don't use that. I don't play that. I don't take it on with my retro gaming events that I hold in town and everything. I've got an Atari I bought for the retro game nights, game events that I do, and so my next thing I had was a Nintendo. Then I had a Super Nintendo. I never had a Sega. My buddy was a Sega guy, and so I would ride my bike down the street. We lived kind of rural. I live very rural now, but we lived somewhat rural growing up, where you had to ride on a bicycle down the road a ways to get to your buddy's house that you went to school with, your neighbor friend. And he was a Sega Genesis guy, and so we would compare. It was funny as being kids. It's like, Mortal Kombat didn't have blood for Super Nintendo, and it had blood on Sega. So he's like, Sega's better, and Sonic is better than Mario, and all in good fun. But it was that Bit Wars, man. It was that era. Um, um, oh, I was just reading some of the stuff pop up. I'm a spring chicken. Yes, I'm younger than you, Dorf. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, but we got to be close. We got to be close in the same. We got to be close in the same era, man. We got to be right there in that same ballpark, brother. But, anyways, PlayStation. After I got through the Super Nintendo, I got a 64. Then PlayStation 1. I remember buying, which consoles were, I'd mowed grass and contributed to some of these older consoles. I mowed grass and got money. My dad gave me $20 here, $20 there, kind of thing. Same money that I'd end up using at the arcade down at the beach. And I started contributing to my own consoles. And then I remember working a job and buying, what was the first console I bought with my own money that I, like, all my own money and everything. It was either PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 that I remember going to the Walmart, and with like driving myself and getting my own console. And I'll walk and talk about my PlayStation 2, because that was like the one that I remember, that like really remember all the hype and how psyched people were to get a PlayStation 2. And I've got a little story about the PlayStation 2 that I'll tell you whenever I'm walking between here and my next point, since it'll be walking sim and chat time. So let's see here, what tech weapons that I can sell. I can sell this for 2K. I want to keep those blackout. We were talking about that. Me and Dorf were talking about keeping the blackout so I can take the Yeti down. That's one of my stream goals, is to take the Yeti down. Let's see here. Yeah, sometimes I do come across, I know I come across when I do the streams and talk and stuff, I either come across younger than I am or older than I am to different people, because we started young. I got grandkids. I got 3 grandkids. I'm 46. I got 3 grandkids. I got only one left in the house. All my other ones are grown and gone. So I am a little bit phased down to one side. My dad was born in 32, and he had me when he was 58. So even growing up, I always felt a little phased out, like I was raised by my grandparents. And so I come across in the way I talk and different things. With my 80s kids, buddies, and people I grew up with, it was always, I felt a little different, like being raised by older people and experiencing different things, and my worldview was a little different. So I guess that affects you whenever you grow up. And I have a nostalgia. It's very weird. I was talking with somebody else, one of the guys that views from Australia. I was talking about my worldview, and I have a weird nostalgia for 50s things, even though I'm an 80s kid. And 20s and 50s, like I really enjoy like the roaring 20s, and I enjoy the 1950s and 80s, even though I'm an 80s kid and I would have been too young for some of these things. I really enjoy early 80s things. So it's just strange how you build your nostalgia, like your personal nostalgia, you know? So let's see here. I think I've traded everything. I've got food. I can eat while I'm walking. I've got some bullets if I want to explore the industrial. Down that way is the industrial. I think I'm going to explore the industrial and then go back that way to get to my vehicle. And I need to see if I've got enough money to buy a basic vehicle. I think that's what I need. I need to stay focused. I've got a little bit of ADHD too, so so I get on like rabbit tracks. I run down rabbit holes. So let's see here. I've got money that I need to add to the money that I already have. I need to get back to my vehicle. I've got a way to defend myself. I've got food. I've got water. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head down to the Fogfall Industrial. You never know, there might be some like gold or silver that spawns. The vehicle trader, really, if I wanted to just take the walking sim route and whatnot, I would just go straight for the vehicle trader. Another goal would be to get to the compound and salvage that armored vehicle. And like Dorf, like you were saying, it might be a world spawn or it might have been somebody's. I don't know. It's just kind of weird that it didn't despawn. World, like I said, I've seen vehicles pop up and world spawn and then they go away. That armored vehicle has been sitting here forever. And I've actually like launched a little bit out of it, you know, just stored some stuff in there before. But as we walk and talk, I will tell you guys a little bit about my PlayStation 2 story. So I was working, Walmart was one of my first like real high school jobs. I started stocking shelves, and I worked in a lot of the different departments. I did overnight stocking, stock shelves, that kind of thing, and weekends. First job as a young adult, right? So a buddy of mine stocked the that I was in high school with, stocked the electronics department, and I stocked the toy department. And he said, hey, dude, you know the PlayStation 2 that people were putting their name on waiting lists for the PlayStation 2, and there was a launch night and people stood in line, and it was just like there was a lot of hype. And I don't know if I was internet connected yet or not. I don't remember what year I got internet connected. I know as an adult owning my own house, me and my wife, young adults, married with our first house, I remember having a computer and having internet and everything, but I don't remember when I was truly internet connected. So this thing, like the hype, the commercials, the lines and everything for the PlayStation 2, people were waiting on lists. People were going to be waiting in line outside the store at midnight, and it was just a lot of weird stuff going on around the PlayStation 2. And he was like, dude, we got 2 extra that aren't on the list. How that happens, I don't know. What was going on, I don't know. He's like, I got 2 extra, and he said, I'm gonna put one behind the paper towels, and then when we get off, we can go buy it. And it's not on a list accounted for. And you know, you're like young teenager, high school age. It's like, oh, no way. So I was like, yeah, but he said, you want me to put the other one behind the paper towels too? And it just sounds ridiculous. And so I said, yeah, I didn't have the money. In fact, I say high school age. Well, let me back up to say that I was 19 and my wife was 17 when we got married, and we were married. So I was fresh out of high school, first job kind of thing. And I remember buying that PlayStation 2. It took like a whole paycheck or something like that from Walmart, and coming home, and I remember explaining to my lovely, beautiful, wonderful wife, who has been with me 27 years now, and or been with me longer than that, but we've been married 27 years. I remember we were fresh teenage married, no money, staying in a single wide trailer. It was the most impulsive, ridiculous thing I had done, and I spent a whole paycheck on it. Screw food, screw light bill, screw everything else. I remember looking right at her. It's like, but it's a PlayStation 2, and you could play DVDs. And she's like, you got to sell that thing right now. And I told her I was going to sell it on eBay, and I never did. And I still have that PlayStation 2. We made it work. We made it work. It was learning experiences. Learning experiences, guys. Oh, me. Yeah, and she stayed. So, you know, it was just like one of those things she didn't, you know, she gave me time to mature and grow. I still do stupid things. I mean, everybody does. But I just remember that PlayStation 2 was such a point of contention, y'all. All right, I'm still moving towards Fogfall. Fogfall Industrial. Oh my gosh. It'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like showing up with a new car or something. But it can play DVDs. And I can sell it. I could sell it right now for more money than I want to pay for it. People are waiting in line for this thing. Y'all. I still got that PlayStation 2. Yeah, still got that. We laugh about it now. And when I do game nights and I do retro events and stuff, and I talk about it, you know, talk about the stories and stuff. My wife, it's just one of those things. We were teenagers. I was working at Walmart. She was stay at home taking care of our first youngin', and I spent a whole paycheck on that thing. I remember the first DVD we watched in it, and that was Shawshank Redemption. Fantastic movie. And you could, we had VHSs. I had a VHS growing up. We had VHSs, and you could go immediately to a scene. I mean, what kind of space age are we living in? You know, whenever you put a DVD in and you see a menu, and you don't have to fast forward or rewind. I mean, wow, that was something else, man. And we played that. Our first DVD player as a couple was a PlayStation 2. I need this. I was looking for jerry cans. So that makes it worth it already, guys. That makes it worth it already, because you can add jerry cans. And my goal ultimately is, if I can't get my van, my ATV van or off-road van or whatever you call it, if I can't get that unstuck or get, oh, great. Jerk. There's another one then. Did he see me? He took a little hard turn there. No, he didn't see me. Oh, that's right. This was somebody's base. So, this was somebody's base, and that is kind of like one of those things that is so eerie, too, about this server, is it seems so abandoned. I was playing yesterday on my Steam Deck, and a player called Survivor. It said Survivor servers has entered a server, and that was a. Oh, come on, you. How are you in here? How did he get in here? Anyway, for the server to be so dead, it's almost like I've run into these remnants. Oh, look at there. That made it worth it too. Gold nugget. Yep, spawning. So this was somebody's base, and it's a large tent. Where is the door? I know there's got to be a code lock. What is that? Compound wall. So this thing was in here. This has to be somebody's this had to be somebody's, somebody had built their little base in here, and this has been breached. And this is all like shadows or history, shadows of the world whenever this was popular. When this server, like I said, it just seems like it's so dead. I only had somebody pop in yesterday while I was playing on my Steam Deck, and I was like, "Oh, another player," and it didn't really amount to anything. I never ran across them or ran into them or anything like that. But see, there's like gun cabinets. There's things here, guys, that is like, it's the shadow of somebody's playtime that I'm in the shadow of. It is kind of eerie. Like, there's where the door code would be. But somebody has breached this. This wasn't me. I didn't breach this wall. And somebody did. And that's all like this ghost of the past, ghost of history of this server when people used to play it. And now it just seems like one or two lost souls come through here and there. And I'm in their shadow. I found a tent in the woods, a large military tent in the woods that was just decked out with stuff. And I've already carried most of that off and sold it to the trader. But that was somebody's little base of operation, and it was just loaded down with loot that they had gathered from the world. And then who knows where they are now? Like, why did they walk away? Why did they leave? Why did these servers die? Is something that's kind of fascinating to me. So, you know, at one time, was this thing loaded? Would you hop on a Friday or a Saturday, and that you'd have to wait in a queue to be able to play? And now it's just me and the random guy that maybe played this years ago, and now he just pops in every now and then just to check the box. So I don't know. It does add a little bit of element to it, honestly. Like I said, like you are the last survivor, the lone wolf that's made it to this point, and you're just walking in the footsteps of all these people that came ahead of you and had like goals and visions for the world around them, building bases and things like that, and then they're just gone. So it does add to the role play of it, I guess is what I'm getting at, the role play of the lone survivor. So let's see here. See, now that would be something I might get into, is building bases. And so finding stuff like this is awesome. But I've already found a couple gold nuggets and a couple silver nuggets. And so stopping in the industrial has already been worth it. And we're also just exploring. I'm just showing you guys the map. If you haven't played Fogfall or haven't seen Fogfall, so you can see what it's like. I don't need food, but you know, it'd be nice to find some on some of these guys. Yep. Let's see here. Silver nugget. There's a radiator. So if I wanted to, now that would take too long. I almost feel like it would, if I wanted to grab that car radiator, I'd have to carry it in my hands. Is it worth it? I mean, I did find another gun, and I did find some gold nuggets I can sell, and I know I'm close to being able to buy my next vehicle. So if I take this into my hands, can I survive? Can I make my way? Oh, you can run with this thing. Okay, that changes everything. Let's go throw this radiator in. I know it would need water, but let's go throw this radiator in that armored vehicle that I'm trying to salvage since I did find it. And you guys got a chance to see. So you saw Fogfall Industrial. There is a little military loot to be had. There is. Oh, thank you, Dorf. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's meant for me to salvage this vehicle, you know. The problem would be is when I'm able to run with this, I doubt I'm able to run with wheels. If I buy the wheels for this armored vehicle, so I still think that I'm stuck. I'm still stuck with having to get some kind of vehicle, so we're not just playing this freaking walking sim running game all the time. Fill it up with that jerry can. Yep, absolutely. Did that jerry can have water already in it? Gasoline. But it is full of gasoline, and that is a good thing too. So it's gasoline. Oh, is this? But is this armored vehicle? Is it diesel? Is there diesel in this game? There's glow plugs, isn't there? I don't know. That's something I don't know. I don't know enough about. Is there diesel vehicles in this game, and is there glow plugs, not gasoline? I mean, glow plugs and diesel fuel. Or can I put this gasoline? Can I use this gasoline? Fill up the armored vehicle. Then go. I gotta go to the trader anyways. Okay, so buy a bag that's just big enough for a wheel and run with the. Nice. Okay. Dump that gas in the truck. Yep. Yep. So that's what I was thinking. I was confused on this game whether, because if it's got a spark plug, there's no diesel. Okay. Because I was going to say if it has a spark plug in it, it's not diesel. It would have glow plugs. Okay. Okay, gas is gas here. Okay, cool. All right. Cool. Cool. Okay, so we lost a little bit of the immersion there with yeah. Okay, that's what had me confused, to be honest with you, is because I was in real life. There's no way some of these vehicles are gasoline. They got a lot of these vehicles are diesel, heavy duty stuff, tractors. So they just kind of really, but I can imagine it, how complicated would that be, and what would they have to do to have, like, if you went to go raid gas from a gas pump, they would have diesel pumps and gas pumps, and then have fuels coded in different ways, have vehicles coded in different ways. So yeah, it might be a little too much to expect to have to get diesel for some things and gas for others. I'll tell you another thing that I've said before, and I'll say it again. I appreciate people in the when I would get like a group of people that are interested in watching and everything, and y'all can teach me a whole lot, because it seems like most of the people that I talk to aren't new. They've been playing this game for a long time, and there's just so much of a knowledge base that y'all have that I'm learning from, and I greatly appreciate that, because I would be asking these questions and be lost in the sauce trying to figure some things out. All right, let's see here. So we got a radiator in it. It's got a battery. It's got a charge. I think it's got a full charge. It's got a spark plug that's pristine. Everything is good to go. So I need 4 tires. Driving this truck is a drag. So this truck sucks, is what you're telling me. But it would save me some money to do some looting if I could. So let's see. It would save me some money. I could do some more looting and buy the vehicle I want quicker. Oh, the MS3 is a drag. Okay. This thing, were we able to figure out, did I ask, and did you guys say whether this vehicle would, like, if I'm driving along and run up on a convoy, that I could take some rounds with this thing and get out of there without, like, suffering damage as a character? Is this armored? Did we get that established or not? It just kind of makes sense and seems common sense that that thing would be armored. So I'm gonna go ahead. I've committed. I found a radiator. I'm committed. I'm going to oh, I forgot to do the jerry can. I am committed to salvaging this truck at this point. So I'm committed to salvaging this truck. I just forgot before I took off running back to the trader. Try starting it. If all else fails, if I'm just wasting my time here before you do anything, before I commit to buying wheels for this thing. So let's do this and let's dump this guy in here. See if you can fire it up first. So I'm going to drop the jerry can. But then again, it's the same as filling it up because I can always get the gas out of it if I really wanted to. So where do I put the fuel in this thing? Is it in the, get in. Yeah, and I think I can sell this vehicle too. I could get money for this if I didn't like it. And I can also store it as a backup. I could store it in the garage. You can store multiple vehicles in the garage, I believe. So I think it might be worth it. But I agreed, Dorf, before I commit too much to buying wheels and all this other stuff, I need to see if I can at least fire it up. So I need to figure out where the engine bay is. How do I open it? Okay, because it's going to see I can't access any of the engine components from here. I can access engine components from here. So that means to tell me it's one of these mid-engine type deals. And there's going to be a way, let me feed myself real quick so I don't get as cold or get a cold again if I'm getting rained on. But my heat isn't doing bad. But I do need to feed myself. Let me feed myself real quick. It is one of these mid-engine deals because I can get to stuff from here. I just need to figure out how get in. I don't physically see it. See, me and Dorf, you missed this, I think, Snipes, when Dorf was trying to help me with my van. We had to literally, see, those don't open, but you can still get in it. We had to pixel search every little freaking thing about the van to be able to see, that says get in too. So wait a second, does this mean if I was if we were a team or a group that we could get in here and you could ride like multiple people? Let me try getting in. Nice, dude. That is sick. What can I access from here? I can't access engine components, chassis, body. Oh, I can shoot from here. What? Yeah, I just need to be first person and slowly walk around this thing. That is sick, man. Like, if all three of us, me, Dwarf, Snipes, we were all playing on the same server, we could hop in this thing and do some damage. Alright, let's see here. Alright, I'm going to have to slowly walk around this thing and see if I can't figure out where refuel. Nice, there is a gas cap. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So, alright, it only took 75% of the gasoline to fill this up. So, if I want to fill it up with water, I need to dump this out, empty onto the ground. So I need to dump out this gas, and I need to go fill it up with water so I can fill up the radiator. Because it filled it up. It only took a quarter of it, so the fuel is up. And if I needed to or I wanted to, I could always, let's say this is all for nothing. This is like this trying to salvage this vehicle is a bust. I could take the fuel back out of it. I believe. I think I can get the fuel out of it with the gas can. Alright, so I'm going to go fill my jerry can up. I am going to, with water from the well, I'm going to sell these nuggets, sell the gun that I don't need, fill. Oh, that's a negative. I can't get the gas out of it. Oh, you know what? That would kind of make sense because you can't get it out because of you would need a siphon like Zomboid, Project Zomboid. You know, you have to have a hose and a siphon and a funnel. You have to have everything. You have to have all these components to be able to get gas out of vehicles. So that would make sense. It doesn't really matter. Gas can be got. There's gas pumps. I can get gas, so I'm not really worried about dumping gas or whatever. Boxes, knife, submachine guns. That's what I'm keeping. Oh, I love Project Zomboid, bro. And it was such a toss-up of what I was going to stream when I decided that 2026 was going to be the year, that I just went ahead and jumped in feet first and started streaming and learning how to stream, and see how that would add to my YouTube channel. And the learning curve is fun, you know, trying to figure all this out. And Project Zomboid was right up there, man, because I love playing that on my Steam Deck, and I really, really got into Project Zomboid, and it really was a toss up which one I was going to do. How come can I not sell? Is this magazine worthless? I mean, it's AR 100 round magazine for an AR. If I wanted to run an AR platform, I don't really run AR platforms. It's not really what I do, but is it worth it to keep it in case I just wanted to run an AR variant? I mean, that's 100 rounds in a magazine, you know? So 18. So I've got 18,000 bucks, plus what I've got in my vehicle, waiting for me in my vehicle, which is like around 45K. Oh yeah, dude. Rage inducing 100%. I mean, even more, I've been pissed off at that game way more than I've been pissed off at DayZ. And DayZ, you get ambushed, you know, by other players and betrayed, and like all the things that can happen in DayZ that should really, really tick you off. And I'm there, and I have been so devoted. I don't know how much time I put in Project Zomboid. I'll have to go back and look. But yes, it has absolutely caused me to rage quit. Yes, you just devote so much time to it, man, and it just hands you a crushing loss, a crushing defeat that you know. Absolutely, 100%. You know what? Nah, I'm not worried about it. You had me curious. I was going to go and look on my Steam and see how many hours I have in Project Zomboid. I know it's quite a few. It might not be like expert level, you know, but it's quite a few. Just make sure I'm staying on track with myself. Alright. While I'm walking, I want to jam some mags. That one's got 30, but I wasted some rounds on Zeds back there. Alright, so I got a fully loaded zombie stomper gun, so So now, I know I've said it before. If you're new to the stream, you know, maybe you haven't heard this, and if you've been watching me, you have heard this, that this will spawn AI in the woods at AI events. There's heli crashes that happen in open spaces, and running along and not paying attention, you can run headlong into a hornet's nest of AI combatants. And with only an SG5, my hope would be to retreat and get out of there before going down. If you catch a couple rounds with plate and chainmail and a helmet, sometimes you can survive that. You just get a bleed, or it won't immediately knock you unconscious or whatever. The AI will not shoot you while you're unconscious, but they rip you to shreds as soon as you become conscious, and you stand up and try to run away. It's like when you go uncon, they're programmed like the world zombies. When you come conscious, they trigger back on you again, and they don't put you down while you're uncon. So it almost gives, I think I've escaped maybe once or twice. Once or twice I've escaped after getting jumped by a pack of AI and going uncon. Well, let's see what chat's up to here. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And once again, it's just like DayZ. It's not everybody's cup of tea. So that's something I'm learning today, is that the Zeds on DayZ, there's my Discord. I'm getting chasing rabbit holes. There is the Discord that I can submit my ticket to. Okay, that's cool. So I can submit something to the people. But what I was saying is, I didn't know that in the history of DayZ, at one point in time, the Zeds would kill you while you're uncon. That's interesting. And that would absolutely add another layer of depth to this thing. It says use punch cards, so you can't see it. My face is hiding some of what these global prompts are. It says use punch card to access bunkers and things. I have not done that yet, Dorf, and I know you are a Fogfall map expert, so there's got to be places that I can use that as I get into my playthrough. So I'm going to stop at the edge of this opening. I don't hear shots because the AI that spawns in the woods, you will walk into them firefighting something, and I don't know if they're firefighting themselves, if they're firefighting Zeds, but sometimes it'll key you to their spawn because you hear the gunshots going off, a firefight happening. But this space through here is notorious for those spawns. There's a couple of these gullies that go from the mountains all the way down to the coast where there's no trees, and it seems like the AI just really spawns in that, and you can walk headlong into it. Ask me how I know. And there's another one of these gullies up here. we got some water in our system. Maybe a little food in our system. Oh, I got a full stomach and I'm not paying attention. I want to vomit. Yeah, that makes sense because I just I just drank all that water. So Snipes, something that I did notice by going and checking out your channel and check out your, watching some of your vids and stuff, that you are, you enjoy the PvP. You enjoy the, because like one video I think I watched of yours and commented on was an older one, but it was like doing a raid, and it said Goofy Raid, so it caught my eye, caught my attention, and the guy, I mean, it was one of those kind of goofy things where they just pretty much, it's like these super geared guys with this stocked base pretty much opened up the door, let you kill them, and then you took all their stuff. And it was it was very entertaining video. And but what I gather from just checking out your stuff is that you're really into the PvP aspect of the game, and that is something that I am trying and will get better at, which is why I even picked a server that has AI, because I felt like AI would give me a step to learning how to acquire the targets, reload under stress, that kind of thing, and I would get better at my PvP fighting AI. Am I wrong in that? Are you enjoy the PvP part of it, I guess is what I'm asking. Okay, cool. So you kind of been there, done that. One of the guys that I watch him and he watches me, that I met through DayZ, hasn't played DayZ since February of last year or this year, Crew Cut. And he pretty much told me in one of our chats, like me and you are chatting right now, that he was done. DayZ had run its course. He'd played it for years. He just wasn't getting any enjoyment out of it anymore. He'd been good at PvP. He had been good at the game in general. He had built bases. He had done all this stuff in it, and it just lost its luster. And what I'm gathering, what you're saying, is that you still like DayZ, you still play DayZ, but the PvP part of it, once it comes and goes, it's kind of like, I can see wanting to play the game and enjoy other aspects of the game and not just the PvP part of it. And I think I'm kind of fulfilling some of that for myself, playing this dead server, that there's the possibility of PvP and there's the danger of it being there, but it's not so common. But I'm also getting this sandbox enjoyment out of the game, because DayZ is a beautiful game. It's well put together, it's intricate, it's challenging, it's hard, and there's a lot to be had out of it, not just the PvP. So I kind of that's what I'm getting from what you're telling me, that you used to be into it, but now you just kind of stay away from the PvP servers, the heavy PUBG battle royale servers. That's kind of what I'm picking up, what you're laying down. Almost there, guys. We're almost there. Walking sim almost over. I'm just going to check my numbers and see what it takes to buy. What I'm going to check with the vehicle trader to see what it looks like buying some things. See, look at my numbers. When I get up here to the vehicle trader, which I'm almost there, I'm going to check out my numbers, see what it costs, see what some things cost, do some figuring in my head, and make a decision how I want to proceed. Absolutely. I was just reading your comment, Snipes. I played the most of the game throughout the years on and off, and then digging in and trying to get good at the game, or decent at the game. I spent the most on vanilla servers, and the cheaters suck. It's like, come on, man, why are you even playing a game if you got to god mode yourself? What's the point? You're just, I mean, you know. And the cheaters suck, but the vanilla game or lightly modded version, like lightly modded experience with mixed in PvP, I would love for there to be. I need to find a server that has more AI, that has plenty of AI. Like this map, this server, this experience has lots of AI, and I know like it's a dead server, but it offers PvP in certain areas. Military bases are open game. There's PvP allowed there. AI events, there's PvP. This offers a PvP experience in certain areas. I need to find a server that has decent blend of both. It's not like, I mean, everybody, like, the PvP can happen in the open world. Not everybody's always blasting each other in the face like a battle royale dedicated server. But you could also run into AI in the world that could take you out too. And then you would have to band together as as survivors. You'd have to band together, and because it wouldn't just be you. And I think I've seen one, some of the popular guys out there. I think there's a server called Lone, and Lone has AI that hunts you and PvP. You know, if Dorf is still out there with us, yeah. Oh yeah, you are. I see you. Yeah, you're in the chat still. Dorf is the one that turned me on to the PvE casual gameplay. He's the one, and me and him are going to set up a session where I jump back onto that server that he's on, and he's going to show me his base. We're going to just chill, hang out, and enjoy the PvE. But that server doesn't even have AI, so you're not really worried. You got to kill some Zeds along the way. You got something to shoot at. You got something to but it really is the sandbox experience of it. All right, let's see here. Let's trade. All right. Not sellable and not purchasable because I only got 18K. I want to see everything that's available, and vehicle parts. What tire chat, what tire goes on that? Is it this? What tire goes on? Is it the? Hang on, let me look. Let me just look and see. DayZ part, DayZ cars. Okay, here it is. The Vodnik. The Vodnik. It cost $104 to buy. Now the Ada is only $58K. If the four-wheel drive, the basic four-wheel drive car, I've got enough money with what I've got in my inventory and what's over there in the trunk of my stuck van to buy that, and I could be back at least on the road again with enough storage to start. I could move wheels, I could get wheels and start salvaging other things. I don't know, I'm so tempted just to at least not be walking all the time and just go buy what I can and then start the process over again, because let's see here. Absolutely, Dwarf. I was just reading your comment. I 100% agree. I think it definitely has its place in the DayZ world. Like I said, my son played it. Like we played like a few times together, 2 or 3 times together, and he's like, Dad, this game just isn't for me. And I get it. And he might enjoy a PvE server. He might enjoy DayZ on a PvE server. He would, I think he would enjoy the one that we play together, Dwarf. So that's an option. It gives people an option. Let's see here, vehicle parts. The Vodnik. Can I? Vodnik wheel. Okay. Yep. Let's see. Oh, talking about not having to wait in a queue. The game, what I'm gathering, what you're saying, Snipes, is the game has finally progressed to the point where it's not so many new people. Like, there's a lot of old heads in more old heads in DayZ now than there would have been years ago, where it's just everybody wanting to play it and being brand new and having to wait on a queue and everything. Now you can kind of pretty much jump into a game and you're around experienced players. So that's what I'm picking up, what you're laying down. So Vodnik wheels are $600 a piece. So that'd be $2,400 to get it back on the road. Vodnik takes 4 wheels, so I was making sure it wasn't like a 6th-wheel vehicle. So that'd be $2,400 to get 4 wheels. And then how much is a key? So a vehicle key is $250. That's nothing. Yeah, we're talking. Yeah, fresh spawns. Fresh spawns played low. Lone. A bunch of them. I've seen a bunch of videos because when I started searching the lone server for DayZ, a bunch of big timers and medium ground people, people that have a decent following, did videos on that lone server, and it kind of seemed like it'd be that one where AI would hunt you, and you would also have the experience of a PvP anywhere on the map. So talking about how I can see how when I wouldn't even know that server exists if it wasn't for a famous YouTuber showing videos on it. So let's see here. We got 18K. I'm on the fence, guys, and I know I've got enough money now on me that I could buy an Ada. I could get my basic level of car back. I won't be just walking everywhere. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. Or and then if I can still don't have to give up on, salvaging that Vodnik, and I could have more than one vehicle. Oh, okay, Badge Bunny. Okay. So well, that seems about right, my timing. Hey girl, what you doing?
Huh?
What you doing?
Nothing.
You ready to go over to your friend's house?
Yeah.
Okay. Mom's almost home.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I really just got home.
You got your bag packed?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I love you.
Love you.
All right, so let's see here. Lone Survivor. Is that a server? Lone Survivor, Dorf? $622. That should be over 60K, which would be enough for me to buy my Ada. Guys, I think I'm gonna buy an Ada because I'm just sick and tired of walking. And if I buy the Ada, I can get back on track again as far as my looting, and I could get the wheels. Oh, okay, so it's a YouTuber. Lone Survivor is a YouTuber, and he only does PvE servers. I'll write that down. Lone Survivor. Okay. Made my little note to myself there. You've never led me astray. So, guys, I think I'm just going to I'm just shuffling some stuff around, even though it's irking me that I'm not organized. I'm not putting everything in specific places or combining numbers, combining bullets. I'm just kind of throwing stuff around. I'm gonna buy an Ada is what I'm gonna do, and because I really want to not walk, and I want to get back on track. Nice. I am absolutely going to check that guy out because I just wrote it down. There was a radiator. I had an extra radiator, so when I got shot up at checkpoints, I wouldn't lose a radiator again. So I had a radiator. I bet these tires don't work. These tires won't work on it. So, So here's where we are, guys. I got my money before my time is up. The wifey is on the way home. And I'm taking my daughter. We are taking our daughter back to the community we used to live in. We lived in a community before we moved out into the country, and she has a little friend that she's had since she was kindergarten, and she's almost 15 now. That still lives in that community. We grew up together. They grew up together and spent, all that time together. And then we moved her way out into the middle of nowhere. We bought 10 acres and moved her way out in the middle of nowhere a few years ago. And we are going to take her to go spend some time with this little girl. And, I got to be careful. I'm sitting here talking, and there's AI that spawns over that ridge right there. So, we are going to go. We are going to drop her off. She is going to spend the weekend with her buddy, and the wife and I are going to go on a date night tonight, and we're going to go dancing. So, looking forward to it. It's actually a Roaring 20s themed dance class studio place in a town called Southern Pines, North Carolina, and which we are way up, kind of on the outskirts, over half hour away from. And it's one of those towns you drive in out of the middle. If you were in nowhere, you drive to that town to do things. It's one of the towns around us: Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Fayetteville, Vietnam, military town. These are the places you drive into to accomplish things. And they have a dance studio that teaches you how to dance. My wife met a lady that goes there, and she invited us to come out and do this dance party tonight. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dress up like this is a themed event, so you dress up. We got our 20s outfits, and we're going to dress up like the 20s. My classic car is in the shop getting an oil leak fixed. So, which I could do, but I don't touch that car. I let people. I tinker. I let people there. I'm gonna let the professional do it, or we'd be driving our car down there, and we're going to make a night of it. So, we are going to make a night of it. Spend some time together. All right. Let's see here. Purchasable cars. And yes, I can buy this car. So I'm going to buy it. And I'm going to buy a key so I can key that. Oh, our classic car? Our classic car is a 1958 Ford Fairlane Skyliner, which is the one. It's a car that you push a button on the console, and the hard top, not a soft top, not fabric, but the trunk opens up on motors. The hard top detaches, floats back, or on like these swing arms, and sets itself, the hard top, down in the trunk, and then the trunk closes. And it's called a Skyliner. They only made 14,000 in 1958 of that year. It was only made for 3 years, 57 through 59. They made 14,000 of those. And for all 3 years, what they think is there's only about 2,500 of those left. And there's actually a convention. We're brand new owners to one. There's a club of people that own them. And there's a convention that happens in Roanoke, Virginia in a couple weeks that we're going to try to drive our car up to and meet other people that own these cars. So that is something that we're going to do together. And enjoy our car, enjoy our new hobby. I'm getting rid of my Jeep. I'm not into off-roading anymore. I've got a couple old Utes, truck with a car bed. I got a couple old ones out there that I'm going to tinker with and get them back going again, just as a hobby. But it's not really, that's just something I'm tinkering around with. The classic car is what we got into to be able to cruise and go dress up like the 50s and go to classic car shows and go to these old diners and stuff like that. That's what we got this car for. All right, let's see here. I got my car. Did I get a key? I got talking, and I don't know if that's my ADA key. Let's see here. Vehicle parts. Did I buy a key? It don't hurt to have more. Okay, got a key. 87. All right, so $250. So I got a car back again. Got a key. Car key. All right, it's in my hand. Do I just open the locked? Oh wait, there's my ADA key. I have to combine. If I want to marry this key to this, if I want to marry just the generic car key, I have to combine them. So I just unlocked it. Oh, so now I have an ADA key. Alright, let's see here. You are going in here. Alright. You're going to go in here. I just kept you for whenever if I find a cool pistol, I'll quit running this SK5 and sell it. I'll just keep a pistol in my... Alright. ADA master key. So that's for my... This is so I can try to start that other car, or start that salvage vehicle. Alright, so... Well, I can put it away for now. Ugh, why am I keep doing that? You can tell I'm not used to vehicles, guys. I'm not used to vehicles. I just need this on my person. I need it. And then this key can go in here, because I'm going to use that for my salvage, to try to salvage that Vodnik. And I'm driving again. Hallelujah. I'm driving again. Now, I could go ahead and explore. I don't know how far away the missus is, but I could just take this opportunity to explore the Fogfall Fire and EMS, which I think is pretty cool. And I could loot a couple things. Alright. They have some of those upgraded zombies in here. And I think an AI police checkpoint will spawn right here. And I would have been in bad shape just rolling up to it. Rolling up to it like that. I can get money for that. So I'm going to run in here and see if there's any. I've got bandages. I've got Tetra. If it's not on this first floor in some of this stuff, I'm not going to sweat it. I'm not going to search the whole building. If it's not immediately out on the ground, I'm not going to fight it. So this is Fogfall Fire and EMS, which I think is such a cool concept. We have some of these. The county that I live in and work in does not have the combined emergency services like this, where you have fire, hospital, and police all in the same complex. There are counties that surround us that do, and I think that it's fantastic. I love the idea of it. But it is not how it works here, and you don't get enough for that. I would pick that vest up. There's not enough. You don't get enough out of them to make it worth it. I'm looking for firearms. That's what I'm looking for. Quick money. Quick money. Quick money. Quick money, quick money. Come on, give me some guns. Give me some guns. I'll post a picture. I know you're asking me about the car. I'll post a picture, and I've invited all y'all, whoever's out there. Let me do this one thing real quick, since there's 4 of y'all watching, and I don't know who you are. All of you anyways. I know who a couple of you are. I'll do this one more time. Let's do this. Let's invite you guys to the server. So invite you guys to Discord. So whoever's out there watching that wants to hang out, outside of just hanging out and talking and watching the video, if you want to hang out in Discord, that's Discord. So I'll throw a picture of my car up there for you guys that we're talking about. Alright, so that was Fogfall Fire EMS. And on the map, yep, so we're right about here. You're just outside of the vehicle trader, and that's what it looks like on the map. Okay. So even though the stream is going to have to come to an end here shortly, I got more time in on it than I did yesterday. I feel better about this. I feel like I got more accomplished. Yeah. So Snipes, you're not missing much, bro. I'm at the end myself. The missus is on her way home, and we got things to do, and I'm gonna have to end it. So, but I appreciate you hanging out, brother. I'm pretty sure if you're leaving, this is the end of it. So peace, man. And I am going to have to bounce myself. I am not going to just blast 90 miles an hour with this thing no more, because that is what got me in trouble with I left the vehicle trader, was driving the same route, and see these bumps? The vehicle did something weird with the bumps, like that. See that little hop skip? See all that like rolling and bumping and jumping? My van did that, and I lost control of it, and it crashed out, and it clipped into the terrain. It clipped into the map, or into the surface of the world. Let's see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright. Let's see here. I don't even know so sure if I want to drive down there. 'Cause that sucks getting stuck like that. 10-4, man. See you on the next one. Alright, let's see here. I'm not even gonna go down in there with my car. I'm gun shy. Alright. Let's start. Start getting some stuff out of here. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to salvage those rounds. I'm just going to get a lot of this petty stuff out of it. I'm just going to start at the top, start at the beginning here. And I'll tell you why I kept some of this stuff. I'm kind of glad I got that. I can put that in the trunk of that. I keep gloves because sometimes I fast rope down or fast slide downstairs and it burns your gloves up. So I put keep a pair of extra gloves. I was doing a lot of walking, so I kept a leather kit. And some of this stuff is kind of moot. I mean, there's so much stuff to be had in this game that in this server where you're not really lacking. I think I've just about filled all my spaces. That keeping some of that stuff really doesn't really matter because you're just going to find it, or you can buy it at the trader anyways. But it's just kind of like something I did was just have stuff on me ready all the time. Hey, love. Okay. I need to wrap this up then. I said I need to wrap this up so we can take Lydia then. What time? I said I'm going to wrap this up so we can take Lydia. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. Okay, well, if you want to go ahead and get ready then and just grab me when you're ready. I'm ready. I'm dressed. So I'm just wrapping up some odds and ends.
Cool.
How was your day?
Good. I have something for you from one of the ladies. I gotta go get it out of the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, thank you. So my phone case came.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still waiting on another package. I don't know why it wasn't delivered.
Okay. Well, just when you get changed, grab me. I'll just wrap it up. Hang out with whoever's still left. And whenever you come grab me, I'll just shut her down. See, there's another one of those 100-round AR mags with 52 rounds in it. Or is that the one that I had earlier? I can't remember now. And I keep headlight bulbs because, like I said, you get shot up, you run through a checkpoint, and because you don't know what's there, and the AI blasts your car, and then you don't have headlights. Keep batteries for the optics, and I keep batteries for my headlamp. I've accidentally left my headlamp on so many times during the day and not realized that it's on and run out of batteries, run out of juice. Remote detonator, I feel like if I ran it, I got one of those because I do want to stockpile up some breaching stuff. I'm just putting a bunch of stuff in my car, and I'll carry on me what I want to carry. I want to get some breaching stuff, and if I run into bases and stuff that have been abandoned on this server, I've got a way. 9mm. Oh, that's 45 ACP. Okay. Oh, I do want to keep a set of bandages on me. Keep that on me too. trying to figure out. I'm setting myself up for my next stream here. I guess I could put my money away. Yeah, we're just going to hang out for a little bit. Whoever's still chill and watching, I'm just going to hang out, do a little bit of inventory maintenance, not get caught up in anything crazy. Need my key in my pocket, need some bullets in my pocket, keep that in my pocket. Alright, let's see. Oh, am I putting all this stuff? Yeah, okay. I would back this thing right up next to this, but I am not going to risk. I'm just, like I said, once bitten, twice shy. I am not wanting to get that Ada messed up in something. After everything I went through with this being stuck. This is a weapon that I really do want to try, and I have no idea what optic goes on it. Chad, if you're out there and you're watching, you're still with me. Oh, he put the mask on. That's one way of carrying it. I would like to try this weapon system. It says it's effective up to a long distance, and I would like to make that happen. I'd like to put some rounds on AI from extreme ranges. Oh, that's nice. So there's where all my SG5 mags are. There's that other magazine that's 100. So I really could carry, if I got 3 of those, it would be tempting to have an AR variant run. Because then you know, 300 rounds, you only have to change the magazine 3 times. Keep boots because I don't want to run out of them, but I also do have a leather kit, and boots are pretty easy to come by. There's the magazines for this. So what round does that take? 408. The 408. I'm sure I've got some of those in there. Heat packs for when you go up into the mountains and you don't freeze. Paper, which I don't want. I'd kept that in case, and I keep a lot of these. Bump it with the Ada. Dude. Genius. I am going to do that as the last thing here. You think there's a possibility, Dwarf? I think you're my last one standing. I think you're the last person that's still hanging out, because I'm getting ready to end the stream. Do you think there's a chance that is a low probability that somehow my Ada will clip or do something weird? I don't want to lose it, but I'll try. It's worth a try. Gotcha. It's a vanilla car, so there's not so much weird going on with it. Yeah. So I'm going to do it. I will bump it. I've got so much chlorine because I wanted to be able to filter my water if I needed it, but I think that's hoarding. I don't think I need that much chlorine. I mean, as much access as you have in this game to water am I keeping this chlorine for no reason? And I needed to consolidate bullets too. I got a lot of bullets that could be consolidated. Okay, let me get everything out of it, and then that way I can just roll if I want to. So much storage in this thing. Try ramming it. That's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna put these get a full load of magazines here, so I'm ready to rock and roll. Got full pouches, and I can slay some Zeds. I'm setting myself up too, also for my next stream, so I don't do so much. There's the other 100. Man. And there's a jerry can. Too many matches, too many batteries. I think I need to leave some of this, and too many can openers. I can leave some stuff behind, y'all. That's a dead battery too. Don't necessarily need that. I want my radiator. Oh, so one of the reasons I want to keep my bear traps is because I like the idea. Yeah. This is part of the struggle, man. The struggle is real, you know, with DayZ. So part of the reason I want to keep my bear traps is because I like the idea of setting up literally a trap for AI and popping some bear traps down where they would be trying to get me from, and doorways and things like that, because AI will open the doors. See, I'm almost cleared. I've cleared all of the fire barrels. Can't get to that. That is my car battery. I'm going to take that. That's not the one that's dead, is it? Still got way more stuff I can get off of this. It's not, if that's the dead battery, it's going to go out in the world. Don't need another dead battery. So the good thing about parking, oh, my ears are itching. The good thing about parking this truck up at the trader is when I go to trade, it reads what's in my trunk of my vehicle. So a lot of this stuff can get consolidated, or I can get sold without having to do all this. There's more for you. I got more 45 ACP, 30-06. Oh, I know I saw those somewhere. Yep. Oh, 100. Nice. So I can get $100 at least. I'm hoarding way too much stuff. See, I got screwdriver and a wrench because Dorf, you had to walk me through it. That I thought I needed that to be able to get batteries and stuff in and out of a car, but you're saying that's only because it's locked. Is that a dead battery? Has it got nothing left on it? Because I don't think that has any charge on it. I can always buy another one. Does it have charge? I don't think it does. Oh wait, yeah, it's got charge. It's got a little thing on it. think I got way too many of those. Yeah, I don't need that many can openers. I think I can sell that. My little case that's got some important stuff on it, in it. Been hoarding those key cards and stuff, so I don't know what I can open and what I can't. Okay, there's some bullets. What do I see that I can combine? Combine those. What are those? That's 79 mil. I don't need that. I can combine these. And the 50 BMGs. Alright. Not the most exciting stuff, but stuff that has to be done. I think I can combine those. Do I already have some of those down? No. Keeping the 300 blackout. How many matches? Oh, I got a bunch of matches floating around. It's kind of just such a habit to... It's such a habit to hoard stuff that you can use to make a fire and stuff that you can use to purify water, and it's really so common and abundant here that it's almost just taking up space I don't need to take up. Also, like hoarding these water bottles, I did that so I could, but now I'm not sure I'm going to need those, and I don't need to make suppressors, but I did that so I could fill water up in a radiator, and I'd hoarded a bunch of water bottles, and so these are things that could probably get gone. Can you see a dead battery? I think it, let me show you what I'm talking about, Dwarf, or sell. Yeah, but I don't know if it gives me over. So the trader has this weird thing where if it's not over worth $100, if it's under $100, you don't lose money when you buy it, but you don't gain money when you sell it. So it's only in increments of 100 that the trader is even recognizing, and I'm sure that's not the way it's meant to be, but that's the way it is. So I don't know what I would get for a dead battery. It has to be over $100 for it to be worth it. Let's see what I can reach. See, that battery is still got a bit of a charge on it. I'm going to get my Vega, and I don't think I have any other guns. Grab my Vega. I don't got nothing left in these. The wooden crates. Oh, I still need to get that. Oh, that stinks. There we go. Oh, and my jerry can. See if all this fits in that Vega. Or Ada. I keep calling it Vega. No, I'm out of space. Don't need these anymore. Don't need these. Trying to just... Don't need that. So I don't need all that water, all those water bottles. I don't necessarily need that. It's just taking up space. Don't need to hoard everything. Oh, that takes up a lot of space. How many of those? It takes up 3 rows. How many of these spaces does it take? I need to clear out 4 more. 6 more. So I made room for that. Don't need any more drinks. Yeah. The Vegas. The Vega makes very, very clean and short work of those alpha Zeds that can be a problem. And I've got so much of these chlorine tabs. I think I'm gonna dump. I'm gonna dump chlorine tabs. I don't need all that. I just need to be able to purify enough to survive if it really comes down to it, which is it going to come down to it? I think I've gotten rid of the keychain goes in your car. Now does that combine to that? Combine. What? Thought that was saving me something. Thought that was saving me some space. How many batteries am I hoarding? 1, 2. I can get rid of batteries. They're everywhere. Don't need all that. It sounds like it's getting dark, getting nighttime on me. Almost so close. Now, I just need to this ain't cost me anything.
Yeah.
You ready, my love?
Ready.
Okay.
Come in and give you your customary kiss, right?
Yeah, okay. Let's get Lydia.
Okay, so we're done.
We're done.
I'm ready.
Yep.
Look at this. Look at this.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reconcile everything here, because I want to be able to keep this trap, and I have a jerry can that I want. Control right. It drops the item so you don't have to drag it out. What? Nice. So, oh, nice. Okay. Man, you learn something every day. So I'm going to control right that. I was building up for some. I think I can get money for that. Oh, that takes up more space than the car battery. I want to try to at least. Is this 6 of 1 having? Oh no, because I can configure how I want this stuff. So control right. Look at that. The little things are so amusing. So if I can get this out of my hands, now I think I can get in the car. I think the jerry can will fit into here. Is there anything I want to pick back up? Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, it's time to shut it down, guys. I'm going to grab my, well, I will do one thing. I keep saying the one thing. Let me grab this jerry can out of here. I am going to, before I completely give up, now I can rob this thing of stuff I want off of it when I do finally replace my van. I think I am going to try to do this bump, Dorf, and then I'm done. I'm going to bump it. I guess from the back might be the best. What kind of speed can I risk? Maybe a slight bump at first. I've got headlights, so see my car is bouncing too. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? That freaks me out. Alright, I really do gotta go, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this for another stream or another play when I'm on my Steam Deck or something. Because that is not giving me the warm and fuzzy. And I really do got to go. My family's waiting on me. So that is enough DayZ for one day. I appreciate all y'all. This dilemma is not resolving itself very easily. So I might not even be wasting my time with this anymore. This might be something that is a bust. So anyway, well, that's where we're going to end it here today, guys. Well, you know what? I do need to put my car in the garage, and that won't take very long because I do not want to leave it out here. Get some speed. Yeah, I'll come back to that. So maybe if I hit it, it would roll over. If I hit it with some speed, it would roll over. But I'm just going to go park my car and I got to end the stream, guys. It's time. Ooh, I'm back in the same danger trap again. Driving too fast, but it is a vanilla vehicle, so Alright, I'm going to make this left. And then I'm just, I think, actually, yeah, I'm just going to get to a safe place to park this, and then I'm going to, here's the underpass, the overpass. Because my family, like I said, my family's waiting on me. Yeah, I'm going to park it right here, and we're going to, oh, can't do that. There's my buddy the Yeti. Alright, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to go all the way to the trading post. I just wanted to kind of get it out of the main road. Like I said, it's almost a dead server, but still. But I'm going to find a place up somewhere to park it, and I'm going to call this stream a day. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody watching, and we are out. Peace.